Hello, I'm Mark.
I'm Julie.
And welcome to We're on the Move.
So because of Storm Kira, we've decided we're not going to be moving the boat. It's way too blowy out there. So we're going to show you a day in our life.
A typical day in our life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Storm Kira has definitely hit, and Mark is retying the boat, making sure we're nice and solid. It's a bit blowy out here. Whoop. Oh, look at this mud.
Enrico,
Look how muddy you are.
look at the state of you. Oh, one of the realities of living on the canals in the winter. Muddy towpaths.
Right, you need your feet drying. There are a few things you have to check in the morning. The first thing, as it's winter and there's very little solar, is to switch the engine on to charge the batteries. Next is to make sure that the fire is lit.
A lot of people have asked what we do as jobs and how it fits into boat life. So we thought we'd answer a few questions. I have to explain that rumbling noise is not roadworks or maintenance going on outside. It's not the engine, it's Eric. And for regular viewers, again, you'll recognise the snoring sound. It's a regular feature of our vlog because we cannot shut him up. He snores constantly. That's him snoring.
So it's something we just have to put up with. We just have to go with, and and it's quite comical at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he snores through everything that we do.
He does, yeah. Hence Snoring Dog Productions. Right. So the question we get asked a lot is, what do we both do as jobs? I'm a writer and I write novels and freelance work. So I write mainly for American websites. So for American viewers out there, you may know some of them. And I write on many different subjects, from geothermal HVAC units all the way to...
Very boring.
It's not boring, it's just different. All the way to microwave ovens, pretty much. And boating as well. I write a lot about boating. And many of you will know, if you've watched our vlog regularly, that Julie is an artist.
So I'm an artist, and I paint mainly in watercolours and acrylic inks, and produce lots of quite detailed paintings. And I also have an online watercolour school, so I run that from the boat as well, and I teach people how to paint.
We'll show you some examples of Julie's work because we get a lot of people asking to see it because we don't feature it very often. We're not very good at self-promotion, are we?
No.
We're very poor at that.
So the next question that we get asked is how much of the time you spend working? Just a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a lot.
It's not a 9 to 5. We might start work at 10 or 10:30.
Yeah.
But we do tend to work through the night. So, for example, I get very tired writing, but I'll write up until about 4 o'clock. Then I'll stop. We'll maybe have a break and then have dinner, and then I'll carry on again in the evening from, say, sort of 7 through to about 9:30. So it's a bit of an odd hour.
Yeah, and you also edit the videos and things like that in the evening as well, don't you? So
yeah,
it's it's a long old day, really. As Mark said, we start around 10 o'clock. We do stop for lunch. You know, we do have nice breaks. We may go for a walk. But yeah, quite often I'm painting till about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah, we're night owls. We stay up quite late.
we do stay out quite late.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of time is spent working, and obviously when we're moving the boat, we are filming, so we're also working at the same time. So
Always lots to do.
but we're doing a job that we love, and how many people can say that? So actually it doesn't feel like a chore to be working that long, because it's something we enjoy.
Exactly.
After breakfast each day, we pull out the table to work on, and the saloon becomes our office.
So the next question we get asked is, how difficult is it to work on the boat?
You don't stop. Give him a nudge.
Oi. Alright. Better? It's for me, it's fairly easy. As long as we've got decent internet connection, then all I need is a laptop, a pad and a pen. All of my stuff is done online, all my research is done online. So yeah, simple for me, really.
What are you up to today, Mr. Weir?
I'm just finishing off an article that I'm doing for a client for some of my freelance work, and this afternoon I'll be working on the follow-up to my novel Annie of the Point.
Fab.
Looking forward to it.
Let's see what Eric's up to.
And what are you doing today, Eric? Snoring?
For you, I think it's a little bit more complicated.
It's a little bit difficult, especially like filming the online watercolour school. We've got our second bedroom on board. It is small, it's a very much a box room, and we have to fit everything in and climb over things to get to bits and pieces, but in the filming it all looks absolutely wonderful, doesn't it?
The illusion of film creates this lovely floating studio. In the reality, it's a cramped space.
It's quite a cramped space.
And everything has to be moved, or everything has to be shoved to one side, out of camera shot. You know, anyone who's ever made videos will know that, you know, what the eye can't see, it's a bit like, you know, doing a quick tidy up when your mother-in-law's coming. You know, you shove it in a cupboard, and what the eye can't see, it makes the boat look tidy. But in reality, all you've done is shoved everything to one side or hidden it away. And it's a bit like that with filming, isn't it?
It is. But, you know, we get there.
Yeah.
It would have been more difficult to have to do this on a narrowboat, and that's why we didn't buy a narrowboat, because we knew it was going to be impossible to do.
Yeah. What are you up to, Jay?
I am just enrolling some people onto my online watercolour school.
Another question people ask is, do we get on?
Absolutely not. I mean, mornings are the worst time for Julie.
Here we go.
If anybody's seen the second Hobbit movie, waking Julie in the morning is a bit like waking Smaug. You know, she's a fire-breathing dragon. You know, seriously, she is grumpy in the mornings. I, on the other hand, I leap out of bed, gazelle-like, and generally there's a spring in my step and a song in my heart. Julie doesn't really get that until about third or fourth gin.
Okay. Our children would say quite the opposite, I think.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah,
they wouldn't
would.
at all. They all know me as Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky.
Anyhow, if we get on each other's nerves, which never happens, I normally go down to the front of the boat and stand there and look out the window and take a few deep breaths.
She does this thing, I call it a harumph, where she stands with her shoulders and goes...
I do that at the front of the boat. Mark doesn't know very often. And then, or quite often, we go out for a walk.
After lunch, we like to go out for a walk just to get out of the boat and escape the cabin fever. Sometimes this is a good opportunity to film our surroundings. And these were the kitchens. We never miss the opportunity to gather free wood, and after Storm Kira there is plenty around.
I'm just doing some editing on this actual video that you'll be watching. So we normally do the editing at night. I normally sit and do it 8, 9 o'clock onwards. So the work never stops.
So I'm just finishing off one of my paintings. And this is it, the end of the day. 2 of them snoring. One there. Let me show you the other one. And the other one rolled up, looking like a hot dog.
So I hope you enjoyed this day in the life, and fingers crossed the storm's going to blow over and next week you will see us moving the boat.
We'd like to thank all of our subscribers. It's wonderful to have you along for the journey. We get so many fantastic comments from people. It's quite heartwarming to think that people out there in the real world take the time to watch the videos and then send us comments. We just think it's wonderful that complete perfect strangers will send us comments, and it doesn't make them feel like strangers. I mean, there are people that we communicate with regularly on our videos, and I know that every video is going to get a comment from those people, and so that's nice. And we'd also like to welcome all of our new subscribers. There's been a real upsurge since Cruising the Cut. David Johns featured us on his video about wide beam boats, and I know a lot of you have come to the channel from there, so welcome to you, and it's really good to have you on board.
Yeah, and hopefully we're going to see a lot of you at the Crick Boat Show, which we will be going to this year. So.
Hopefully we'll be at the Crick Boat Show, so we'll meet some of you in person. So
if you like this video, if you can give it a thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe, and also if you have subscribed, click the bell icon, and that gives you notifications whenever we put a new video up. YouTube will tell you. And don't forget to leave your comments in the box below. We answer every single one. If you live on a boat, tell us about your routine. Tell us about how you make a living on a boat. And we'd just like to hear from you, if for anybody that lives an alternative lifestyle and how they manage to cope and earn dollarinis while they're doing it. So thank you for watching.
And we'll see you all next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
If you would like to take a free class, then head over to my website www.julieweirart.co.uk and click Take a Free Class.